Welcome to the More Than Just Dumbbells podcast. They call her Kitty Truax.
And they call him Jason Lindsay.
And I can't get him to stop. I try.
Suckers.
Yeah, I know. So have you seen the movie Hitch?
Yes, absolutely.
Isn't it wonderful?
Great movie.
And so the what's the female character?
Ava Mendes?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So she's the guy goes the bar, the nightclub. He goes, they call me Chip. It's the best response ever. She goes, and you can't get him to stop. I just love that. So anyway, hey Kitty,
it's a sassy thing.
How you doing today?
I'm fantastic.
You
Jay,
look fantastic as always.
Thanks.
You look like you're ready for
power blocking
winter in Minnesota.
Oh god.
So we were talking on a previous episode, as they say in the business, about vacation destinations, and you mentioned Switzerland, and we talked Barcelona and yellow cake and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but have you been to Hawaii?
No, no. And I'll tell you what, the deep dive on this guy that we're about to get on here, man.
Our
talk about
our
paradise.
guest today lives in Hawaii.
Oh,
Does he live in Honolulu?
He lives in Oahu.
That's
the big island.
But is
Oahu.
That's an island. That's not a city, though. Or is there?
Maybe Honolulu, probably.
I know very little about.
He lives on the island of Hawaii.
Okay. All right. I think Maui might be there. Anyway, so there's Maui, there's Honolulu, there's probably other cities, there's small little deals.
I don't know, but he is in paradise all day, every day.
And so you haven't been there?
No.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
You know people who have?
Yes.
So do you know a little bit about it? Because I know one friend who's been there. It just sounds like isn't it just paradise all year round?
That's what I've heard. I really have heard. My in-laws went there, and they're just like, man, alive. That was.
But I'm guessing
more gorgeous than we could have even fathomed.
I'm guessing the reason people don't retire to them. Dan, you've been to Hawaii.
I have been to Hawaii. Yes.
And it's a wonderful
Were you
place.
lucky, SLB?
It's amazing. It's everything you think it is. I didn't care too much for Oahu because we were in Honolulu.
Yeah.
It's like if you just took Chicago and dropped it in the Pacific.
Stop it.
I didn't really enjoy it that much. It's
wow.
It's big city.
I love Chicago. All right.
Chicago with a nice tropical climate.
But I was on Maui too. Maui was a little bit more
the wind.
a little bit more relaxed. But to preface it, that was 3 years ago. Yeah. So
okay.
I'm sure it's changed quite a bit since I've been there. But.
See, now would you go for what would you go to Hawaii for? Like, what would be your main goal in Hawaii?
It's a good question. So I guess off the top of my head, go there in the winter for the warmer climate, right? And I would explore the island in the volcanoes.
That's exactly what I would.
In the
do
jeeps,
as well.
in the hikes. I would like to get. I'd be active every day, but I'm a drinker, so I would be
in nature.
I would be at a tiki hut bar by 4 p.m. drinking beer and whiskey and smoking cigars until 10 o'clock, and then repeat. That's what I would do.
And I also hear about the cool jams that they do on the beach. The pig roasts and all that.
The
awesome,
luau's?
Yeah, the luau. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you so much. A luau.
Luau.
So I got to share this story.
Please do.
We can cut this out later. But when I was there, I wanted to do some hiking, just like you said. I wanted to find some of these really awesome places. So I found this little guidebook, this hiking book, and they're like, if you go, you got to go check out this waterfall. It's called the Blue Pool, is what it's called.
Dig it.
Well, you
got
got to
go.
It's kind of dangerous to get there because you got to hike across, private property to get there. So you're really not supposed
dangerous,
to.
like you might get shot?
Well, you could.
That's pretty dangerous.
So, but I did it anyways. So
pew, pew.
I'm hiking out there.
Eat hot peppers.
And I find it's amazing. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's this little pool nestled right into the mountains, and then the waterfall is just coming down all over the place.
Sounds like paradise.
A few years later, I'm watching the movie Jurassic Park. And the opening scene where the helicopter lands, I'm like, dude, I've been there.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Same place.
Very cool. That's a cool
They
story,
did film that in Hawaii. You're right. Not that I doubted you, but that's, So.
Not to doubt you, but yeah.
No, but I was thinking, the Hawaii.
Totes.
Well, I would, here's the thing. I've heard it's expensive AF.
I've also heard that.
And poverty-stricken, Honolulu especially, so I don't think it's Chicago quite, but whatever. I get your comparison.
Because it takes so much to get things there. Yeah. Right? Everything is inflated, so to speak.
I just put something together.
Do they really dig Spam?
Kind of funny that who's the new Jurassic Park guy? Chris something. What's his last name? The actor?
Pratt.
Yeah, he was discovered in Hawaii. Anyway, that's kind of funny.
Chris Pratt.
I get it. Spam. Do they really dig Spam? I'll ask him.
I did not indulge in the culture
Fabian
enough to answer that truthfully.
All right. Well.
So our guest is, what's his name?
I don't want to pronounce it incorrectly.
Is he like Cher with one name?
No. Fabian.
So he's got one name.
Fabian or Fabian.
Does he have two names, or does he go
Fabian Petrina.
Oh, so he has two. Okay.
Fabian Petrina.
Fabian Patrina. Do you in the dive that you did on him, and I guess we could ask him, but has he been there for years? Like,
I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of my
What does he
questions
do?
as well.
What's his deal?
He actually does something called basementbeasts.com. He and two of his friends in 2020 came up with this idea to do a 12-week online program called basementbeasts.com. And I want to ask him a little bit more. I think it's like 20-minute workouts per day. You get nutrition, you get coaching, you get all this cool
What
stuff.
if you don't have a basement?
Well, then do kitchenbeast.com
All right.
or whatever. But either way, very, very cool idea. I know that they came up with it during the pandemic, and they've only been doing it for about a year and a half at the time of this recording.
Wow.
Yeah. And it seems to be growing at an exponential rate. A lot of great
So
transformations. He's a transformational specialist.
He's a transformation online guy. It's changes lives.
Correct.
High vibes. Good vibes.
Good vibes. You know it.
Love it. Let's
That's
get him
who
on.
we're talking to.
Let's call him
I'm
up.
ready. Let's
All
go.
right. Do it.
Hawaii.
You're listening to the More Than Just Dumbbells podcast, sponsored by PowerBlock. After the show, head on over to powerblock.com and you'll find a wide range of adjustable dumbbells and resources to help you build the new you in 2022. We're PowerBlock, your resolution solution. And now, back to the show.
We've got him on the Zoom, Kitty. Fabian Petrina. Did I say that right?
Why don't you say it for us?
Yeah, say it for us so everybody can hear exactly how it should be said.
Fabian Petrina.
Yeah, wonderful.
cool.
Thank you for your time, man. We really appreciate it. We know our listeners are going to really enjoy this conversation.
Absolutely. And it looks like you're in paradise right now.
Yeah, where you at? Are you in like Montana or Boise, Idaho? Where you at?
Right? Yeah, right down the street. I'm in Honolulu, Hawaii.
There it is.
Yeah. The little neighborhood is called Kaka'ako. All the names are going to keep being confusing when
Okay.
it comes to Hawaii.
Yeah.
So I'm in Kaka'ako, Honolulu, Hawaii. Yeah.
And that's on the island of Oahu, is that correct?
Oahu, that's
Okay.
right. Yeah, it's in the city part of the island. Yeah.
Fabian, did you grow up there?
No, I grew up in Germany. I moved to Hawaii when I was 14. Then I left and went, to the U.S. mainland for about 6 years, and then I came back.
Where were you in the mainland when you were here?
Oh, all over. I was in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Las Vegas.
So the sun shines.
3 of my favorite cities.
Nowhere near Minnesota is
No.
what I
San
heard.
Francisco has no sunshine. San Francisco is cloudy
Yeah,
all the
you're
time.
right.
It's
You're right about
horrible
that.
there. Yeah.
Wow.
The people are great, but the weather is not.
So why did you settle in Honolulu?
Why wouldn't you?
Or are you settled?
Yeah,
Are you settled?
or yeah, exactly.
I'm settled for now. I originally came back out here for a business opportunity, and I love Hawaii. It's always going to be home to me. My mom lives here as well. She lives on the east side of the island, and I'm very close with her. So it's always going to be home to me. Long-term wise, I'm thinking about checking out Florida because I love tropical weather, but it's a little bit tough to not be able to travel so easily because
Sure.
the closest point from Hawaii is like 6.5 hours by flight away. But for now, it's home.
Yeah. My advice is check out Florida. Don't sign a long-term lease. You never know. Florida doesn't
suck. It's probably not Hawaii, but it doesn't suck.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I've heard both sides of the spectrum, so I'll figure it out myself. Yeah, once I'm there.
So Fabian, what is your background in the fitness realm?
Yeah, good
How
question.
did you? You're a WBFF pro. How did you get into that? You're a transformation specialist. How did you become what you are today?
So I started working out when I was quite young, around 15, 16. I got pretty heavily into working out, and that's because I moved from Germany to America. So I didn't speak any English, and then in high school it was really difficult making friends. So I ended up I got a little bit bullied, and then I ended up finding the gym as kind of a a safe place
Sure.
to grow myself, and I just fell in love with working out. I started off working out at home, and then I went to working out in the gym, and then somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, you should compete." And I was like, "Nah, I'm not stepping on stage in a Speedo. Like, I'm good." But I ended up doing it. I lost my first show. I placed dead last because I didn't know what to do. I just ate canned tuna all day for 12 weeks. It was horrible. That lit a fire under my butt, placing dead last. I was 18. I was a couple days after my 18th birthday, I believe. And then from there, I just I wanted to figure out how to perfect this. So I kept competing. I won my pro card, I think at 23 or 24. did a couple of pro shows, and then I went on to using the knowledge that I gained there to just help others transform their physique. And it's not really about just a physical transformation, but it's about that mental transformation of being confident in your own skin and being comfortable in your own skin. And that translates into every aspect of your life, because it helped me tremendously to become the person I am today. And that's how I became so passionate about helping people transform their physiques, because, again, it's not about just the physical transformation, but the mental that comes with that. And I love to see that spark in someone's eyes when they, send me a photo of them with like a girl shirtless on the beach. They're like, holy shit, I took my shirt. Oh, can I curse on this podcast?
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, yeah.
You're fine.
Okay. I was like, holy shit, I'm comfortable taking my shirt off now. Like,
Thanks
I got a message for I got a message on Christmas from a guy. He was like, hey, I this time last year I was like not very confident, and now I signed up for Basement Beast, and now I was able to get the confidence to ask out the girl, and I'm actually meeting her family for Christmas this year. So that was really cool to see. So these kind of things they kind of set my journey. Yeah.
So you're bullied a little bit when you're younger. You get into the gym as an outlet, a safe space. You compete at 18. At what age? Are you 29 now? Is that
I'm 29 now, yeah.
So at what age did you know you wanted to help change other people's lives?
That's a really good question, I would say I was really, really heavy into competing until around 25. And when you're competing, your life just by default becomes very self-centered, because it's all about your next meal, your next workout, and so on and so forth. And then when I decided to step away from that, and that's when I was trying to figure out, okay, how can I use my skills to do something greater than, step on stage in a Speedo, right? And that's when I started, working with people, and that's when I found my passion very quickly after that.
So 25, about 4 years ago, is when you would say that you kind of transitioned from Speedo into helping others to get their body, mind, and spirit right, it sounds like.
I still wear Speedo.
I know, I saw that. I was going to be like, yeah, you got pretty comfortable in that Speedo, brother. Come
I
on
was
now.
in Vegas.
You ain't got a lie to kick it.
We're at a pool party, let's go.
I think you were wearing a hat that said I pee in the pool, and you said the water's warm or something like that.
Yeah. No, just kidding. Yeah, I did. It was like, we got it at a thing, as a joke.
So what has been probably the biggest transformation that you've seen in one of your clients to date? Would you say the
biggest transformation?
The girl from
I've had one guy that was really, really interesting. So he's a lot older than me. I'm not exactly sure how old he is, because we have so many clients because it's online, right? And he messaged me and he said that he was going through a divorce, and he was drifting apart from his kids, and he couldn't cope with anything anymore. And then he signed up for the program, and that kind of helped him streamline his day-to-day again, because he now found fitness, which allowed him to feel better, perform better, and that helped him then in turn fix the relationship with his children. So that was amazing, because I grew up without a father. So to have someone who's like 15 years older than me or something like that message me saying that I was able to help him create something that I didn't even have growing up.
Wow.
That was one of those moments where I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. And then I run into there's a client in Las Vegas. His name is Ivan, and I ran into him when I was there to film an MMA fighter, and he had lost like 40 pounds on the program, and he just feels amazing. And then we exchanged numbers, and now he texts me like every week. He's like, dude, I got a six pack. Like, what's going on here? So it's really cool. But yeah, so those were some of the highlights.
Now, Kitty did a dive on, so a little bit. You know more about Basement Beasts than
I can't wait to talk
than
about
I
Basement
do.
Beasts.
But what is there something like what kind of workouts are these people doing? Is it individualized, or is it more general?
So my copywriter, we talked about this actually, and my copywriter, he mentioned this term called FitFlix. So like you think of Netflix, but for fitness. Okay. And that's really what Basement Beast is. So there is an introduction program, right? We use resistance bands and body weights only, because that's how I started my fitness journey.
Okay.
And when you go from not having worked out in a while or never having worked out, it can be very intimidating, and it can be very dangerous to go straight to weights, because you can injure yourself very easily, right? And then, so that is, so we have an introductory program that's resistance bands only. And from there, you really branch out. We have a dumbbell program where we're using the adjustable dumbbell set.
Yeah.
We have
Heard of them?
other we have other resistance bands programs, and we have body weight only programs. So it's really, I start by introducing you to what fitness can be for you. And then you go on and you find your own path among all of these different programs. And then obviously we give you like nutrition guidance and stuff like that. So that's all individualized. But the choice that you take after you learn how to work out properly, the choice that you make from there is really up to you. And that's really exciting.
That's wonderful.
Kind of choose your own adventure-ish.
And then talk
Exactly.
about how you handle and discuss nutrition with your clients.
So I wrote these nutrition blueprints. So depending on your goal, if your goal is to get shredded really quickly, if your goal is to put on size, or if your goal is to just maintain a healthy balance between life and eating healthy, right? Because that's usually the hardest part for everyone. So there are these they're about 30 pages each. You read through them, and in it I break down what are some of the tips and tricks that I've used in my personal life that I've shared with my clients that I've worked for them to achieve their goals. And then from there, we have a calorie calculator on the website where, you go through a series of questions, and that'll then give you your macro output. And then the goal is to follow that as closely as possible. But it's not really about, you hit this or you don't achieve results. It's about get as close to it as possible as you can while maintaining a balanced lifestyle. We incorporate cheat meals and everything like that. But that's how we really approach diet.
Well,
so it's all about education rather than putting you in a box,
Right.
And I know, so when you go to your Instagram, you actually have a free workout right there to kind of see what it's all about, your free chest workout. And as I was diving on you, I was showing this to my husband, and he's like, hey, can you sign me up for that? Can you send me that?
Oh,
link?
yeah?
I was like, hey, man, absolutely. But he's really looking forward to doing your chest workout.
Nice. Hey, so
Love
it
it.
worked. Look at that.
Now, is it only for men?
Good
Is
question.
it only for men? Because I kind of want to dig into what you're doing here,
You can
brother.
be a beast.
I could basement beast it out.
You totally could.
Hell
And
yeah.
a lot of so right now we're targeting men only, and the program is written for men only, yes. But what has actually happened is a lot of these guys are doing the program with their wives, fiancés, girlfriends, significant others in their life, and yeah, they're full on beasting it, So
Basement beast
we don't
babes is what we should get next.
basement babes,
Yep,
all
basement
beauties,
babes.
right?
There you
Beauty
go.
and the Beast, basement beast, basement babes, yeah. So we do have some women that do the program, but right now we're only targeting men.
Okay.
Down the line, we're looking at doing a women's line.
No problem. I dig it. Now, you started this company about a year and a half ago, so it hasn't been during the pandemic. I believe July 16th, 2020 was your 1 year. Or is that, no, that's when you rolled out.
Right. So July 6th. So we started actually in around November of 2019. That's when we started talking about this. We started, building some of the pages, filming the workouts and everything. But we launched on July 16th of
So
2020.
you started
That's
talking
right.
about it before the pandemic. And
Before the
launched
pandemic,
it,
yes.
Launched it right, kind of close to when people really, really needed online something.
Yeah.
So your timing
exactly.
was right on the money.
Really on the money. I mean, COVID, obviously, horrible that it happened, but the timing was good for us.
And this was with two other friends of yours, correct? You're one of three?
That's right. Yeah. So it's my friend Dan, he's a copywriter, and my friend Jason, who's sort of our CTO and COO. So he does all the tech stuff and media buying and all this stuff like that. I have no idea how it works.
Cool name.
Yeah.
So
Jason.
do you have? So what?
Cool name.
What? So Fabian, so you're doing? I don't think you covered this, but is there a free workout and 30-day money back? Is that part of this deal?
There is, yeah. So basically, I mean, when we first launched this, and he showed me some of the other stuff, there's a lot of really just bull crap out there, right? So, and I know that people, when they first see another ad, they're like, okay, it's another one of these. So I believe in my program, and I know it works. And I can talk about that a little later, but we have we have a 30-day money back guarantee, and we actually have a 90-day money back guarantee as well. So within 30 days, if you come to us and you say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore, no problem. We'll give you all your money back. After 90 days, if you come to us, hey, I don't like this program, all that we ask is that you show us that you did some of the workouts.
Yeah.
And if you still don't like it after doing some of the workouts, 90 days in, you can have your money back.
So, no, that's awesome. That's great. And you said that you
That's
know
a
it
lot of
works.
confidence
You
in
know
your
it works,
stuff.
and you talk about it later. Talk about that now. Let's get that out of the way. Talk
Okay.
about, kind of back up
So-
how you know it works.
So we use this tool called Stripe, right? It's like an online payment system.
Yep.
And right now, our refund rate is at 2%.
Okay.
That's extremely low. And then the retention rate, so I guess, I don't know. So this is based on what my business partners told me. In the fitness industry, after 1 year, because we just hit our 1 year, right? Because we have an annual subscription. So after 1 year, we rebuild these people for the subscription.
Sure.
There's a non-subscription and there's a subscription side of the business. So we retained about 95 out of 100 people.
Okay.
So 95% of our people stayed with us for a second year.
That's wonderful.
And this is out
Rad.
of about 15,000 people or so.
It's actually
Wow.
incredible.
So that's how I know it works, because the numbers speak for themselves.
Cheers
Yeah.
to you. That's fantastic.
Thank
So,
you.
is there a free trip to Hawaii? Is
yeah.
a giveaway?
When are you giving away those
Yeah,
trips to
yeah.
Hawaii?
So that's still a little bit on hold, just because Hawaii is still very locked down with everything that's happening with COVID. Hawaii is probably one of the stricter states it is the stricter states in the country right now. So once everything clears up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick. We're going to allow people to submit their before and after photos. And then we're going to pick the ones that impress us the most. And we're probably going to have some votes on the Facebook group. And then, we're going to send some winners out to Hawaii so they can come here for a week, because I love this place. I want to share it with people.
Yeah.
And then we can obviously, do some one-on-one workouts, go on some hikes, go on some restaurants, things like that.
Wow. Well, too bad it's not
Speaking
open for
of-
women.
speaking
'cause
of-
I would try that.
Yeah, too bad for you. So speaking of that, speaking of hikes and things, talk about some of your favorite places to go in Hawaii. Neither of us have been there.
Oh,
So
really?
Best
know-
thing to hit up.
I know nothing about the. I know very little about Hawaii. So what do you like to do there?
So last weekend, my buddy Zeus and I, he's got another cool name. I don't know a bunch of people with cool names, but my buddy Zeus and I, we actually flew to the Big Island, which is another island. It's like a 20-minute flight from here. And we rented some Harley Davidson street glides, and we put 470 miles on those bikes in 2 days. It was amazing.
Wow.
The Big Island is enormous. It's really, really big and really good roads. So that's something amazing to do. If you like motorcycles, just rent a motorcycle on the Big Island, and don't even book anything after that. Just see where you end up, get a motel for that night real quick, and then ride again the next day. But on the island that I'm on, Oahu, some of the really nice hikes is Lanikai Pillbox, amazing place to watch the sunrise. You have Twin Peaks here, or Three Peaks, which is pretty scary because you hike. It's a hike, and then you kind of have to free climb at the end. So I didn't make it to the third peak because I'm kind of a pussy.
I'm out.
But I made it to the first one. Yeah. So that's the views up there are amazing. And then you have Stairway to Heaven, which is you go up there again for sunrise. And it's I think it's the highest peak on Oahu. So you're above the clouds and you see the sunrise through the clouds. It's really gorgeous.
Wow.
But anywhere really. I mean, you can even just it's so green here. The beaches are amazing. I mean, there's really no wrong turn to take.
Have you been to that Jurassic Park waterfall?
The Blue Lagoon?
The waterfall, no, but I've been to where they filmed Jurassic Park. Yeah,
Ah.
but not that waterfall. There's a waterfall in every corner here.
Love it.
I also saw that you were in an ice bath with a rubber ducky, by the way. You were in an ice
Yes.
bath, and we actually recently just did an episode on cryotherapy, ice bath.
Oh, wow.
Can you tell us, do you have any benefits, or have you seen any difference from doing ice bath type of recovery?
Yeah, so it was a Wim Hof workshop.
There we go. Wim
So
Hof.
I incorporate the breathing that I learned. So I do daily meditations. So I incorporate the breathing into that meditation to kind of help me ease into that 20-minute of not thinking about anything phase, right? And yeah, I mean, the ice plunges, that's something I was doing before as well. And it's so good for inflammation. I mean, if you have any sort of knee pain or back pain, you jump into an ice bath like that, and it takes it down by 3 points. And it has really good effect on your immune system too, right? This is actually something in Germany as a kid, when we're little, when it comes winter, my mom used to make me take cold showers because it boosts your immune system, right? So we're super cold. And whenever I'd cry, my mom would pick me up and put me in the shower and put the cold water so I'd stop crying. So so
Your mom
I'm
sounds
familiar
like a
with
beast.
cold water. She
She
a
was
beast,
she was number one beast to create.
the OG.
Yeah, OG
Yeah.
beast.
So-
Exactly.
That's awesome. So what the tattoo?
Yeah.
Is that
I'm glad
Roman
you mentioned
numerals?
that.
Is
Yep.
was that your prison number? What is that?
That was my prison number. Yeah, no, just kidding. This was the first tattoo I got. I was like 22. It's a Frank Sinatra quote. So
Oh.
Frank Sinatra, he has a saying that
Nice.
goes, "The best revenge is massive success."
Yeah.
So right here you have 18 and 19. So R and S, revenge success. 18 up the
Okay.
that's R, 19. Yeah,
Nice.
revenge success. I don't know. It sounded cool at the time. It was like, I got bullied a bit, and that was like my driving force. But
No.
it's an old tattoo, right?
dig
Tells
it.
an old story.
I
I'm
like
not
it.
really looking for revenge anymore, but yeah.
I'm hugely tattooed as well, so that was the first thing I noticed. Was like, I gotta ask him about that tattoo. I'm
It's
glad
great,
you asked that.
yeah.
Glad you asked that.
Nice. What do you have done on you?
Oh, my whole back. I have everything, and
Nice.
yeah, all color.
Probably a lot of Prince stuff.
Yeah, I got Prince. Being from Minnesota, I'm a huge Prince fan. But I wanted to mention with the ice bath or the polar plunges, we've got 10,000 lakes, so I think maybe we should cut a hole in some ice and go polar plunge, Jason.
I'll
should
do.
Wim
I'll
Hof
do
it.
that.
Yeah, I bet
Yeah.
you will.
No,
we
I
should
will.
videotape that.
I'll eat hot peppers while I do it.
There
Don't
you
even
go.
don't even
there
try.
You go.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, I did want to know, what would you leave our listeners with when it comes to keeping your body in peak optimal condition? Do you have any tips or what would you want to share with people listening about?
I
body?
think honestly, the best thing is balance. Because fitness is not about, achieving something in 4 weeks or looking good for your wedding or whatever. It's about achieving a long-term, like it's about going on a long-term journey that allows you to feel your best and perform at your best every single day of your life.
Yeah.
Right. And in order to achieve that, what is so important is balance. So yes, you stick with your diet, but you got to have that cheat meal. Yes, you work out hard, but you got to do that yoga session, So that's, I think, where most people end up burning out, because you hear all of these like, oh, you're a pussy if you don't go without sleep for 10 days and run and stuff. And it's like, that's great, but how long can you really do that? Right.
Right.
Like, so let's be real here. And like, if you don't want to burn out, if you want to remain healthy, if you want to do this long term and look good every day of the year, you have to find that balance.
Yeah. Well, you're being roots from Germany, I'm guessing you have a couple of beers here and there. Is that fair to say?
Okay, I don't really like beer.
Okay.
I know. It's such a disappointment, right? I'm more of a tequila guy.
Well,
I
hey,
don't know.
Okay, we'll take
we don't judge as long as you
No.
drink. Or I don't.
Beer's not that exciting to me. I know Pilsner and all that, but I don't know. Yeah, I'd rather take a shot or two. Maybe because I'm too concerned about the calories.
Well, you definitely, that's smart,
Yep.
because a couple shots of tequila gets you a buzz and you don't really have a
Yeah.
lot of All right, well, that's
It's
why you
like
look like
70
you do, and that's why I
70
look like I
calories a
do.
shot.
That's exactly why.
Yeah, you don't have to point that out.
Yeah.
All right, let's play some trivia.
Hold on.
Let's
Where
do
do
it.
I
Oh,
find him?
well, yeah, I'm sorry.
How can I work with
That's
you?
why- that's
it's
why
a
you're
12-week
here.
program, correct? Or it's
Yeah.
12 weeks. Tell me a little bit about Basement Beast. Kind of what is the structure and how do I find you?
So you can just type in Basement Beast on Google, honestly, and it'll pop up. We pay a lot for that to pop up, so it pops up. I hope.
It does. It goes beautifully right
Goes
to
to
a video.
powerblock.com.
Well, he's going to be an affiliate.
Yeah.
He's an affiliate
Yeah,
soon for
yeah,
Powerblock.
yeah.
That is the plan.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's going to be the dumbbell program that we're launching. That's also an introductory program. It's also a 12 weeks, so 3-month program, and you start from really just going into the very, very basics of working out and how to use those dumbbells to, push your body to the next level. And then every week we're going to go into different lessons. We'll cover some explosive movements. We'll cover endurance movement, how to target the white muscle fiber and red muscle fiber accordingly, how to do a full body workout versus how to isolate certain muscle groups. So that's all done with the dumbbells, and every week is a different lesson. And then the 12th week, obviously, is the beast mode week where you're just going all out and we die together.
Well, and also I really enjoy, because I saw that you just said it's with the balance, you have your beast mode, but then you also have your female trainers, yoga instructors having video.
Right.
Aaron and Katie, I believe, are your yoga girls, so to speak.
Aaron and Katie are the yoga girls, but we actually have, I think, about 7 different yoga girls now.
Oh, good
So-
for you.
Yeah, it's really good because, when you're constantly stressing your body, you have to elongate the muscles a little bit. You have to learn how to listen to your body and get the mind-body connection to not only prevent injuries, but to allow to push yourself even harder the next week. So that's why every week there's a yoga session. Plus, they're pretty cute. So that helps, like you get kind of tired of looking at me. You get a cute little girl once in a while. That helps. But yeah, so we have a bunch of different yoga programs. I probably shouldn't have said that. But you got a bunch of different yoga programs that come with each individual program has a yoga girl that comes along with it.
That's awesome. And as a woman doing the basement babes, I'd be like, oh, hey, Fabian. I wouldn't want to watch Katie.
Yeah,
But that's
I would.
Well, exactly. That's the point. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to looking more into this. 12 weeks. You can sign up for obviously the whole year at once, or can you just sign up for the 12 weeks?
So you can just sign up for the 12 weeks. So we have different entry, and then we actually have a bodyweight only 2-week program now coming out in January as well. So you can go through any entry, but then once you fall in love with Basement Beast and you decide that this is something you want to do for longer term, there are monthly, quarterly, and annual subscriptions you can sign up for to get access to all of the programs.
Awesome. And I like that
Love
there's
it.
actually an interactive checklist too. So when you're doing, you can just mark off what you're doing. I mean, it seems like you've covered all the bases,
took a look
man.
at this.
You've covered
So
all the bases.
So it's a progress log. It actually checks it for you.
Oh.
So once you complete a workout, it automatically tracks that you've done the workout when you did it. So let's say you're 6 months in, you can look back and you say, wow, I did 50 workouts in 6 months. And this is when I did them. And alongside that, you can enter your weight. So you'll get kind of like a stock ticker of how your weight has changed, how your bicep muscle has changed, and all that stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in.
That my developers hated me when I suggested we build that, but it took like 4 months. But we got it. We got it done.
Hey, as long as you got it done. Awesome.
You ready to play some trivia, gentlemen?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do
You
it.
ready to get your butt handed to you?
All right.
So how does that work?
She wins one game and she gets cocky.
Go ahead, Dano. Tell
All
him what's
right.
up.
It's time for the Fitness Inquisition.
No one ever expects the Fitness
Now, here's
Inquisition.
how it's going to work. I've got 5 magical fitness-related trivia questions. So I'm going to yell out the question, and then we'll use your name as your buzzer. So what that means is if you know the right answer, shout out your name. The first name I hear, I'm going to give you the chance to answer the question. If you get it right, we'll let you know. If you get it wrong, we'll embarrass you. So no pressure whatsoever. So, all right. So here it goes. If
Here we go.
everybody's ready, the first question, I'm going to list 3 exercises. I want you to tell me which one of these 3 exercises is a push exercise. So we've got lat pull down, 1-arm row, military
Jason.
press.
Military press.
Come on.
That is correct,
Come
yes.
on.
Well, that's easy.
That was so easy.
I thought you had to let him finish talking.
I know.
Come on, man.
Well, it's not the first 2, so
Bushwood Country Club. You don't have to wait till he's done.
Bushwood.
Okay, all right. Question number 2.
Bush League.
What is the definition of lateral movement?
Side to side. Oh, kitty.
Kitty.
Side to side.
Yes, that is correct.
I gotta get faster at this. Okay.
Okay. RICE. What does RICE
Kitty.
stand for? Kitty?
Rest,
Jesus.
ice, compression, elevation.
That is correct. See, you guys are making fun of me for coming up with such hard questions.
Hey,
so
I'm
I
on
tried
a
to go a little
roll.
bit easier.
Yeah,
there.
well,
I'm
it's
on a
2-1.
roll,
You'll be tied here pretty
Come
quick.
on, Fabian. Come on.
And
buddy.
Fabian,
Let's
you're
go.
still playing. Come on,
buddy.
you
Yeah,
could
try.
Come
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
buddy.
You guys are so fast. Okay.
Okay, question number 4. This is going to be another easy one. 'Cause this was, okay. The shoulder press works which muscle?
Jason. What works mini muscle? Deltoid?
Deltoid.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's the main one. Yes.
Well,
Can you at
which
least-
part of the deltoid?
Well,
though?
ooh.
That's too easy. The deltoid has 3
I agree.
muscles.
I agree. Yeah, that's why I said which one.
Does
But
he- which
doesn't
one
matter.
is it?
2-2.
Whatever. I bet if he nailed down the
Well,
right one.
well, you've got the rotator cuff and all that. But anyway, got anterior.
Could you give our guest a shot?
Oh, I'm supposed to not answer the fucking question.
I don't want pity here. Come on, I don't want a pity point. No. Let's go.
Like
No pity
he's
point.
not going to
I like
share it on his
competition.
Instagram because he got his ass kicked in trivia. That's what you're worried about.
Okay.
Last one.
Question number 5, the final question.
I'm not even going to answer.
Who is Pam engaged to before Jim
Jason.
on
Kitty.
The Office?
Kitty.
I said,
Oh, give it to Fabian.
yeah, Fabian, you go.
Ryan.
No, not Ryan.
Oh fuck, not Ryan.
Pam,
Oh
no.
no, shoot. Oh God.
Who is it?
What's his name again?
It starts
The
with an
big
R.
guy. Oh God, I'm blanking right now. Oh, that's embarrassing. That's like my favorite TV show on the planet.
I was before you.
Go ahead, Jay.
Roy.
Roy. Yep, it was Roy.
Oh, we didn't even give you the pity point.
It's
Ryan,
okay. It's okay.
the temp.
It's okay.
So hey, by the
I know.
way, we've had other office aficionados on. Favorite episode? What is it?
Yes. Do tell.
My favorite episode is probably the Christmas episode where he goes to Benihana's, and then Dwight talks about like how you have to cut the chicken's head off. And he's just like, what the heck's going on here?
And don't they bring the girls back?
Is that
They
when
bring the
Yeah,
girls
he
back from
doesn't
Benihana?
remember which one is which, and he has to mark
he has
it.
to mark it? Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's good.
And then he gives her his bike or something like
Yeah,
that. Does
he
he give her a
can't-
bike?
He can't remember.
But
her
the
name.
girls change halfway through the episode. Did
Yeah.
you guys realize that? Like, what the heck?
Yeah, yeah.
How
No,
did
now I'm
that
gonna have to
happen? They
watch
just got
it.
new actresses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, stop. Maybe they did that on purpose.
that's-
Well, I
Anyway.
tell you what,
No,
Fabian
maybe.
Petrina, this was wonderful. I think our listeners are going to love listening to what you had to say. I think they're going to check out, they're going to follow you.
BasementBeast.com.
And check out basementbeast.com.
Heck yeah.
And we'll let you know when this episode is live. It'll be a few weeks. And then hopefully you'll share it on your
And by
on
that
your
time, you'll
pages.
be a full-fledged Power Block affiliate, brother.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Check you
Let's
out with
do
your
it.
bad self. Dig it. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward
that's
to
when we'll have
looking
the
into
dumbbell
this.
program live too.
Yeah.
That's gonna be January 3rd. We're taking that live. So yeah,
That's cool.
awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
your
guys
time.
so much.
You were a blast. Thanks for your energy, and we wish you absolutely the best.
You as
Awesome
well.
Thanks,
idea.
brother.
Aloha.
Thank you, man.
See you, man.
Bye.
That guy's super cool, man.
I would love to have him on again.
Well, we could have him on
I
every
would
week.
have him as I was going to say he could be our third guy. He was fun.
Shit, he could be my
Great
replacement.
trivia, Dano.
Third
Great
guy.
trivia.
I'm sitting right here, Kitty.
Oh,
Come
you're
on.
just mystery man Dan. Secret
Yeah, great,
agent
great
Dan.
trivia. I won again. The
I won again. Winner. Chicken dinner. 2 times in a row, though. Awesome.
I mean, honest, but in all seriousness, there's zero chance I could care. I care about winning. I don't give. If our guest, it's a fun game, you know. And they probably do have a delay though, don't they?
They do have a delay.
So
Yes.
that's probably why they don't have as much of a chance. Yeah.
Well, good thing to think about. But either way, I mean, we even gave him the office question. Shout out. Anyway,
Well,
thank you for getting.
Thank God. By the way, thank God for me that we gave it to him and he stopped. Roy hit me after about 20 seconds.
I was going to say Ron.
I can
Ron.
picture
Ron was
him,
in my brain.
but I'm like, God, what? And then, yeah. Anyway, yeah. No, that was no. He's great, man. That's awesome. And the thing is, I love all our guests. Don't get me wrong, because we get busy with other guests in life. I rarely but I'm gonna go check out this Basement Beast. How
It's
could
legit.
you not? Yeah.
It really is cool. I had a really good
Do you-
time diving deep
Do you
into
know
that.
general cost? We didn't ask him that.
What I saw was $67
A month, kind of
a
thing.
month,
Yeah,
probably,
yeah.
something like that. And you can buy annually,
Yeah.
or I don't remember exactly. Don't quote me on that, but I think 67 I saw.
I am in the process of setting up my sport bench with the dip attachment.
go.
The chin comes in January. Dan's gonna hook me up, and I got the blocks and I got the whole
Yeah,
thing
the kettlebells.
in a 525 square foot apartment condo. Picture that.
So pretty much a gym.
It's a big hotel room.
There you go.
But my point is, you can fit it all in there. You put the
And you can
bench.
rock.
You put the bench in
Power
the
block
closet when you're done.
Yeah.
And the only thing that takes up a little bit of space and
stand?
Well, yeah, but that's it.
But so what?
2 square
They
feet
look
and
so
a stand.
pretty.
Well, yeah, I decorate them.
2 square feet on the stand.
Yeah,
I'm in.
I'm out.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Peace out.
See ya.
If you dig this podcast, support us, subscribe. Also, shoot us a review on Apple iTunes or
Yeah.
Spotify.
Oh yeah. Please review.
Check us
Be
out.
my best virtual friend.
powerblock.com/podcasts. We also have a blog. We have awesome videos that you can, what is it? What do you say? Fitflix? I think he's copywriting that, by the way, which is great. But either way, you can get anything you need on powerblock.com.
Yeah, it's FitFlix the thing. I mean, I'm surprised.
Fitflix, that's a good.
No, I'm
that's
surprised
good.
somebody hasn't copyrighted
It's good.
that. Dan, get on that.
Dan,
Yeah, I'm on that.
we'll see you next week.